Hello, welcome back. This is episode 2 of A Cinema Nasty. I don't know why I have to say it like that. I feel like that's how you introduce a cinema like a film show. You have to do a nice little...
Cinema Nasty.
A Cinema Nasty. Last week we covered Event Horizon.
Ready!
This week we're covering a... This is more of a saga, and us trying to watch it more than anything else. This is an interesting movie because there have been many adaptations of from this artist's work, but this is the first one which he gets to direct, he writes, and he gets to do the scares. This is Maximum Overdrive, the only film Stephen King has ever, and probably will ever, direct.
Driven to fruition by Colombian marching powder.
Stephen King once said that he barely remembers making this movie. This is how much coke the man was on. He said cocaine made the movie through him, which honestly kind of sounds like a Stephen King plot.
Anytime you say that the coke is working through you, much like some sort of godlike force, you went too far.
Okay, so before we get into the movie, it's hard to just sum it up because it's not like the synopsis is all machines come alive and kill humans, but that's not the movie. It's not. It seems like a disservice to just describe the movie as that.
I think.
Yeah, our notes.
One page of notes.
Yeah. Let's see. I have 8. Okay, let's do a comparison. Right, this is 8 pages. 8 pages, 9 for characters, by the way, of notes that I have. My Event Horizon notes are 1 page.
Much like myself.
I'm pretty sure,
now,
they're Smitty.
Ready!
But yeah, I had 8 pages because it just kept going, and every single scene in the movie had something which was there, which was strange and weird.
I have 5 pages. I literally made a playlist.
Oh yeah,
this isn't even the first time I've wrote about this.
If you go onto Spotify, by the way, Adam's not kidding. There is literally a maximum.
Yeah, we'll link it in the description.
Yeah. We'll make sure we'll put it in the description and everything. But there's literally a Maximum Overdrive Spotify playlist, which, for some reason, has mostly only one band. Hopefully, it has one other piece of music in it.
Oh yes, that's in it.
Good. This movie was made on coke, and it was produced by the absolute legend that is Dino De Laurentiis. The man is an absolute fucking legend, and may he rest in peace. But
what it says is this came out. People believed in it.
Last week we took a second to get into this. This is us preparing to talk about this fucking movie. And let's begin with the Earth in space, surrounded by green shit, because that's how the movie starts.
Peshy green stuff.
Yeah, it's bad. And by the way, the same effect is used for just night skies and things. It's used like 4 or 5 times in the movie. It looks bad. So it comes up with this on-screen text. Always good to make your audience read. It's a description saying, the Earth is passing through the tail of an asteroid. Yeah, they give us a weirdly exact time. I had to write this down going, 8 days, 5 hours, 29 minutes, and 23 seconds. We don't need 8 days. 8 days would have covered it, right? But he went into detail with this so that we knew exactly how much time they had, even though...
It's completely irrelevant.
Yeah, then we get the first shot of actual, here's the first actual shot of the movie, and it's a bank that just says, fuck you.
So the bank starts displaying the temperature standard sort of stuff on the sign. All of a sudden it's like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you. And then cut to
Stephen King. Stephen King. Honey, this ATM's calling me an asshole.
Honey bun. And the machine does call him an asshole.
And honestly, that's kind of like that's how the movie starts and continues.
That's not fair because we have the ridiculousness of that followed by the next scene. That whole bridge scene is actually pretty well set out, filmed and all.
So the bridge starts going up and just the first driver's like,
That light was green.
Stop the car!
Then you got the
that
truck.
That was green.
I think the first fatality is it's a motorcyclist who falls down the crack and just
It's not clear if he dies.
Honestly, I assume if you don't see them later, they die. Then the AC/DC van for advertising,
for subtleties reasons.
Yeah.
At this point now, this is a theme in the film.
Subtlety?
AC/DC's Who Made Who is playing throughout this sequence.
I mean, that's actually quite smart.
No, it comes back up and it comes around.
And a couple
that song was not written.
Then we have the watermelon of death. The one just sitting there cooking.
You gotta have the watermelon truck
falling and breaking through window in slow motion. And then after the fuckery, after the carnage, which once again, it's actually quite well done. Stephen, if you ever watch this, that was actually quite well done. Well done. For someone.
Sequence, the bridge mechanism and everything.
Yeah.
That was all beautiful.
Yeah.
And then it's
Can't you see we've got a situation here?
Worst bit is, all of it is Stephen King. Like, I've read enough Stephen King books to go, that sounds
his balls are being wiped on your face.
Then we're introduced to our main antagonist, which I'm going to call Goblin. This is a big-ass truck with the Green Goblin face on it. You wouldn't get away with that now. Marvel would sue the fuck out of you for that.
Guy pulls in, he says, give it a big drink, after they discuss the delights of the Green Goblin.
But we're going to introduce the cast now. We have Bill Robinson, which is the most Stephen King...
His name was Bobinson.
I literally texted you this while I watched the movie last night. It's not set in Maine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the reason I texted you. Why the fuck isn't it set in Maine? It's Stephen King. Everything's fucking set in Maine. Even the Dark Tower, an interdimensional fucking saga, is set in Maine. Okay, so we have Bill. Bill is Emilio Estevez with like half of the energy that Nicolas Cage gives in Con Air.
I don't know. I mean, like, for Emilio, he had pretty big energy.
Yeah. That's why I said half of Nicolas Cage in Con Air.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. We introduced his boss, who is the worst/best character.
What are you talking?
Bubba?
He's literally just the most openly shitty person.
That kind of makes him the best character. Also, he's played by Pat Hingle, who some of you may recognize as Commissioner Gordon from the Tim Burton Batman movies.
Yep.
Yeah, that was like, I know, I had to pause and go, I fucking know you. Where did I know you from? It surprised me because, like, you're so redneck. Like, the first couple of lines, I just didn't understand what he was saying.
We are also introduced to an interesting character.
Go
we
on.
are introduced to
Handy.
the guy that fills up the truck. Dear Duncan, we're introduced to in a very personal way. Get to see Duncan's porn wall.
Oh, no. The porn wall comes after he has his, the attack of a gas pump. Because he does everything that anyone from a 1940s black and white, a Silent Era movie would do. Oh, the hose isn't working. I will look down it to see what will happen. And is then blinded by a gas pump. Slying, they're blinded.
You see the diesel coming out of the pump looks like that? Walk away.
Yeah. Then, I think his name is Joey, the bigger guy, picks him up, puts him down to help him just... We're going to take you to the hospital. We're going to take you to the hospital. In front of the wall of 80s porn.
It is literally an entire wall covered in cut-out bits of porn magazines. I have a feeling Stephen King personally cut them out himself.
Then we are introduced to Wanda June, the waitress, who...
I can't get Pete Turkey on it.
Then, we're also introduced very early on to a character called Handy. He's played by the fucking legend, Frankie Faison.
You want to bring me a light coffee when you get done jerking on that thing, darling?
Or immediately raises questions. He is the driver of Goblin. I thought those two would have better connections since he's the fucking driver. He feels like he should be a bigger part in this movie, but isn't. He just kind of pops up every now and again.
Yeah, it kind of seems like he's gonna deliver something, and but we're getting bogged down here. Bogged down here. All these characters are introduced very quickly. They're not all the characters. We don't see.
Oh yeah. That's true. But then we are introduced to the electric carver.
That is our first machine kill.
Well, not kill. It's a mild. I'll call it a mild maiming.
Oh no! I'm counting times they killed them.
Oh right, fair enough. Because she gets a cut in the hand, then it cuts her fucking foot, and then Bill rocks up a hammer.
Emilio comes in with the hammer.
Oh no! He looks down like, I'm sorry, my friend. I must do this. Because he looks at it for a while, like almost warningfully, then picks up a fucking ball hammer and just smashes the fuck out of it. And while this happens, then we get a surprise, a scene that surprised both of us. We have a dickhead in an arcade watching these plays.
Whoa! No,
not the actor.
This dude is just going in to play some games, and all of a sudden the arcade starts going completely insane, and he looks at all these machines going completely insane, and he goes,
Your mama.
Actually,
it doesn't make any sense at all. What kind of response is that?
I mean, out of everyone in this movie, he has the best career right now. Not calling you Stephen King. Stephen King's actually released a couple of good books in the last few years. Keep up the good work. I'm talking about this actor. Is Giancarlo Esposito. Sorry about that. He's currently starring in 2 shows. He is reprising a role in Better Call Saul, which he made famous in Breaking Bad, and he's currently the main bad guy in The Mandalorian. It's Gustavo from Breaking Bad. but when he's like 19 or something, and and it's just like,
Yo, mama.
It's absolutely crazy.
Then,
like, his main line in the film is literally "Yo, mama."
yeah, and it's beautiful. Then he gets hypnotized by a gaming cabinet, and then gets I like to call it magic electric sex, because look at his face before, after, during, kind of gives the impression he went out doing what he loves, video games.
It was Electric Boogaloo.
Yo, mama.
To our next character.
Yeah, this character goes through, he has the largest journey, emotionally, physically, and geographically.
His name is Deke.
Deke sees some shit, man.
Deke does see some
but,
shit.
though,
Deke starts with seeing some
Yeah,
shit.
though I want to say the first few things Deke sees are the most funniest fucking things in the movie.
Oh, yeah,
How does
the
his
vending
baseball coach
machine.
go out? Gets killed by a fucking vending machine. Like, just gets fired tins of... It's not Coke, but I'm calling them tins of Coke because it's funnier. Fired at terminal velocity into his crotch like 3 times, and then like crushes his skull. Takes out a few kids, by the way. This is is it baseball or softball or what the fuck kids over there play? Kills a couple of kids. Deke sees this. Deke, being the good kid that he is, and he's also a scout. That comes up later, and it's important. Crawls over.
It does. I
To,
noticed that.
Not to check the kids. Check the fucking his coach. Just see if he's okay. Guy's
But
dead.
the venom machine, the murderous venom machine, is completely and utterly defeated by the kid putting on his catcher's mask.
Oh yeah, I like that. This kid is actually quite smart. I like this kid in the horror. This is the kind of kid who'd live all the way through a horror movie. If he, even as an adult, he'd be the guy going, no, we don't split up. No, I'm not going to check that noise. He goes to leave, and this death shouldn't be funny. It shouldn't be. It should be terrifying. It should be disgusting.
Oh, you're talking about the sudden automatic ramp up? It's like, vending machine.
Kid's
bicycle betrays him.
Oh no, kid falls over.
Steamroller.
Kid falls over, and a fucking steamroller that rolls him over. It's not drawn out or anything, but you see it, and it's like, that shouldn't be funny, but it's fucking hilarious. And then Deke, understandably, gets the fuck out of Dodge and tries to go to his dad. No word on his mom. We don't know. Maybe Duncan Keller's a single dad, just trying to do the best for his son.
Deke's off on his way, and we cut to our sort of female protagonist alongside beloved Bible salesman.
Who may or may not be an
is
attempted
told
rapist.
rather quickly.
And if you don't get your hand off my leg, you're going to be wiping your ass with a hook the next time you take a dump.
It's like, that line, that's a threat. It's a it sticks in your head. Like, I've literally written it down as well. So, this is Laura Harrington playing Brett. She's hitchhiking across America to get to LA to make it big.
Was it not San Francisco?
Or was she coming from? I don't remember. She's coming and going from somewhere, and she's stuck in a car with this creepy bastard, and more or less forces him to pull over. And then when she gets out of the car, and he follows her, screaming, battering. Then Goblin makes his first attempt on his life.
Takes a shot at him.
By the way, in my notes, I just have the word, because basically at this point in time, he's screaming at her in the face. And all I have in my notes is Goblin truck hates mansplaining.
You know what? No, I think that's a fair summation.
Yeah.
But now
honestly,
that the Green Goblin has taken a shot and lies in wait to the worst fucking human being on Earth.
These two are driving along. It's Kurt and Connie, and she is played by Yarly Smith, who's Lisa Simpson.
I am the Lizard Queen!
I just feel that has to be mentioned before we get into her actual character. And
Well, no,
knowing...
I was gonna wind up to her being the shittiest person on Earth and then bring it back to Lisa Simpson. But
She is.
You got a point. Lisa fucking Simpson is the worst person on Earth.
If anyone wants me, I'll be in my room.
No, she can literally overreact to anything.
He gets out of the car, he finds a body, but all the blood goes up to a clock. And for a second I'm like, I know it's a truck, but this makes it look like the clock killed the guy.
Maybe the clock did.
Time to kill.
No, there was blood on the truck.
Yeah, but you don't see the truck for a good while. They linger on this clock
This
for
is
a while.
interesting. The interesting thing about this is it's this ratty old tow truck, right? And he gets warning. The reason he gets warning is, that you hear is a dodgy starter motor.
Yeah, I noticed that one.
Yeah, it's literally the old truck has a dodgy starter, and that's the only reason the dude gets some warning and sort of lives. But the second this thing comes barreling through and misses him, she's sitting there screaming. It's just the opener
of these
what
two
happens
people.
next.
Curtis is just happy to be alive. Also, turns out she can't fucking drive for shit.
And now the next bit of writing I have is Emilio investigates.
Yeah, okay, I have to see. I've literally got the thing is, my question is, why is Bill investigating the goblin? He goes in, I'm looking around. I'm checking for clues. There's a fucking Jack-in-the-Box, which, by the way, I have the words of, is the Jack-in-the-Box sentient? Is it alive? Also, at this point in time, right before we cut the bill, they're literally hiding... Oh no, right before we cut the bill, they're literally hiding the body of Gus.
You do what I said with that body?
Got him downstairs, sure. Pretty crispy, Mr. Hendershot. What happened?
Fucked if I know, Bubba.
We got that going on.
Yeah.
But did you notice
The mirror.
how rapey the interior of that truck?
Oh, it is. It's
entirely red leather.
Okay,
and
okay.
velour.
What I'm saying is Handy lives up to his name. He is probably a swinger and hosts parties in his truck. That is the kind of interior that I'm looking at. Or it's way darker, but I don't want to think that way.
What's
Handy.
interesting is the truck goes to take a shot. It is ready to fire up, and it has the awareness to not, because he gets interrupted by your woman, and he's no longer distracted as much.
Oh,
And he's also not right behind the back.
can we have a brief moment to talk about this? So she pops up. By the way, she gives him a jump scare. Why? Doesn't need to. But immediately, off the bat, this is even before they have like a proper introduction. The flirting, which doesn't feel earned, it just feels weird. It's like, hi, I'm man. Hi, I'm woman. We will have sex. Yes, we will.
Dude, it was the 80s. They didn't have dating
Oh
apps.
no!
Give them a
Oh
favor.
no! But still, that whole I have literally 9 different notes saying Bill and Brett have a scene.
I don't know. No, I'm
It
kind
felt-
of on
it-
board.
it felt weird to me.
I'm on board as I'd say you've experienced that and I've experienced that, and it's just one of those things that sometimes you wander in a room
And suddenly there's sexual chemistry
and the
after.
world's ending, and you're like, sexual chemistry time.
I mean, it's how we met.
Exactly.
This is okay. Then we get the saga of one simple street in which every single thing has happened. It's,
Being mildly harassed by sprinklers.
First of all, it's the haunted sprinklers. Just no. They're just fucking with him. They can't kill him. But then, okay, I've got a list of some of the shit he sees. So he's just cycling down the road. Oh yeah, by the way, every time he sees something, which would be scary, it's in time with a guitar riff. Like, it's just a guitar going the entire way. But every time something, it's like in Psych where they shriek, get a guitar riff instead. So we get.
This film solved a mystery for me on that front. You see, the thing is,
Go on.
there's a song called DT, which includes pretty much all of those background pieces of music. It's actually not very long either. By AC/DC.
Oh really? I wouldn't expect it to be by AC/DC. That's a complete shock to me.
No. We know it's an all AC/DC
I know.
soundtrack, apart from
We'll
two
get-
songs, one of which is now coming up, and that is "What's the Ice Cream Truck Playing?"
What is it
Well,
playing?
do you recognize that?
Oh god, I was trying to place it. I just couldn't do it for the life of me. What was it playing?
King of the Road.
Fuck. Okay, so we have to go through this. So before the ice cream truck turns up, we see a bunch of just. But a lot of this stuff just looks like it could have been an
We see
accident.
the dog.
No. We see a lot of shit which could have been an accident to begin with. The first thing we see is a dude killed by a chainsaw. Which,
Oh, yeah,
he's lying there with a chainsaw, and it's like, that could have just happened. He could have just been very clumsy.
Then again, I've seen a guy I work with be chased around the garden by an angle grinder.
Yeah, that's fucking terrifying. If that ever happens to you, by the way. Run, or just jump on something taller than whatever's chasing you. Pizza delivery guy, no! He's in a car accident. Just a woman in a bush. We don't know what's happened there. Just like sticking out from a bush.
It was a mechanical bush.
I should have known. Then there's the dog. Which the dog thing's just kind of creepy.
The dog one raises some queries though, because the toy car murdered the dog, as far as we can tell.
Yeah.
Right? But cars are not affected.
We'll get into the inconsistency later on with certain weapons. There's a guy just sitting on his porch, and he's just sitting, headphones on, dead. And it's like, did the headphones kill him? Was he killed by a Walkman? It's like, it's just sitting there,
I think
blood.
the implication was that it somehow killed him through his brain.
I mean, there's also the woman who was killed by a hairdryer cord, just hanging out a window with a fucking hairdryer wrapped around
Oh
her fucking neck.
Christ, yeah.
Then we have the ice cream truck of death, which Deke is smart in this movie, by the way. I'm never gonna fucking
Yeah,
Deke is best. Deke is literally the best and smartest character in the movie. He ducks out of the fucking way because he's like, no, I don't trust the ice cream truck. It drives by, and he's getting back on his bike. By the way, his bike doesn't fuck up. His bike is loyal, unlike the other little shit's bike that kills him. Then he has his old nemesis, a lawnmower. By the way, it starts off like, that lawnmower's going to jump at him. It's like, oh, that lawnmower's going to jump at him. Doesn't. Then it does, but it's like, and then just kind of trundles after him in a really not threatening manner, because he's already like halfway down the street by the time the lawnmower starts going.
His whole journey is not about, like, you know, near misses. It's about
the journey.
It's about everything being out to get him.
Which, by the way, it is. Then we cut to the Bible salesman just eating his lunch, but also, hey, man can fucking multitask. He's still trying to sell a fucking Bible to people. It's disgusting. He's basically shoveling a fucking sandwich or something in his fucking mouth.
He's a piece of shit,
it's disgusting.
But anyway.
This was actually, it was sad and then it was funny. But then its implications made me sad again. Duncan gets away from the sex wall and he's like, I'm gonna go save my boy. Gives the line. Because he threatens, like,
You leave without punching out, and you ain't never gonna have to punch out again, Bubba.
Good. You leave me alone, you fat fuck. Yo!
And then walks about 5 feet, maybe? And then taken out by, you know,
Yep.
the truck.
Which the truck happens to clip the Bible salesman's car.
Yeah.
And this is where we get the Bible salesman coming off with,
You wanna rock and roll with me, pussman?
Oh my god, that's just
everything
Yeah.
he said in that sequence was
and then,
glorious.
you know, the goblin truck gets a second.
It knocks him right out of his shoes.
Yeah, and he is dead forever, never coming back, completely dead.
Completely.
Yeah. By the way, this is the point where I ran out of
know
ink.
this because Reddit told us if they
The-
lose their shoes, they're dead.
This is where I ran out of ink of my first pen. So they actually go out of their way to get Duncan back, which is kind of like, yeah, go him. No one even bothers to look over check on the Bible guys. Like,
No,
it's
we
like,
were not so
yeah,
concerned.
because he's a creepy guy. And then this is where I think I've gotten the actual meaning, the subtlety of this movie, because this whole movie is Stephen King's deconstruction of the Communist Manifesto as the trucks unionize.
Oh no! This is the seminal moment. All them firing up,
Yeah, but no.
circling.
Yes. Comrade, we join together and unite to squash the bourgeoisie as they hide.
Not your diesel. It is not his diesel. It is our diesel.
So yeah, they literally are circling the fucking thing. Like, what was it 15 to begin with? These big fucking trucks. Then we get the further adventures of Curtis and Connie.
Yeah, we get the worst woman in the world.
So they are the only car going one direction. The other direction is all trucks. All trucks. Big 18-wheeler trucks. And then it is the joke of, oh my god, it came out of nowhere. But when they pass it, it almost looks fucking parked, by the way. So they're chased by another truck. That, by the way, it looks like, hey, hold on, I've got an idea. And all he does is change lane and go slightly right. And the thing's still chasing them.
He changes lane fairly
Oh,
violently.
no. This is before the swerving. This is I got something, and just turns off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, I got an idea. Just turns right gently.
No.
He does eventually outdrive it, though.
This results in him getting the first serious and legitimate kill.
Yeah.
The second kill of the machines. He does manage to take down
Serpentine.
the trucks, which
Yeah.
appear to be, sort of the worst of the bunch on this front. I mean,
For now.
However, this adventure, pretty traumatized. But they see the Dixie boy. They see the sign for the Dixie boy, and they say, "Let's go there. I bet they've got a phone, and we can call the police." Get there. The trucks are circling, and you get her sitting there being like,
When we get to that truck stop, everything will be all right. Oh, yes.
and you're like,
Shut up.
Right, you go from being a screaming, terrorized idiot to a sarky fucking bitch. Which is it? You can't,
This is where
reconcile those two things together.
This is where Curtis is like, look, I got an idea. It's like,
Curtis-
Curtis, he watches for a whole 10 seconds and
couple-
goes, I see the code.
No, the couple that foreheads and chins forgot, somehow, Curtis just goes, know what? I got this shit.
He doesn't.
To be honest, his plan was sound and the gap was big enough.
Yeah.
Not really sure why he got hit by the truck from his own income.
Though I do love, right before he gets hit, you see what's written on the back of their bumper. Good luck, Kirk and Connie. Yeah, they're hit. So this is the reason I don't like her, right? So their car gets flipped. Curtis gets out. He's bleeding everywhere, by the way. Bill and Brett come. There's a lot of bees in this fucking movie.
Don't forget about Bobby Bill, though.
Motherfucker. So Bill and Brett comes to helps, and then she shouts at Bill for not being Curtis.
Where is my Curtis? Oh shit, I'm sick of this shit, you goddamn asshole!
Shut up. And then
Bubba produces the rocket launcher.
why the fuck does he have a bazooka? Out of nowhere, it's like bazooka, and then he blows it up, and then pulls out another one. It's like, reload me, boy.
Fairly fucking specific type of bazooka at that. But
Yeah.
we're gonna ignore that because we can assume that's a movie inconsistency. However, after this,
Oh, they take their frustration out on Curtis's car.
well, yeah, after they
Everyone gets inside, and then the trucks just fuck up his car because vengeance comes.
after they trample the car, we get to the first night. We get Bill and Brett.
Who, from now on, whenever in the scene together, will be referred to as Brittle. Oh yeah,
Brittle.
where Brett
we now
just
get-
drops the fucking name. Name drops the things. Like,
That's what I was gonna
yeah.
say.
Maximum overdrive.
Dirty Harry.
Back to the future.
Blade Runner.
Face off.
The Big Lebowski.
Con Air.
The man who shot Liberty Valance.
Super Mario Brothers.
Repo man.
We have a really, really sweet cutaway from this scene.
Yeah, Deke has to avoid a fucking plane that never comes back.
Usual plane at that, flying over, playing Ride of the Valkyries.
And then never comes back.
And
Never
then,
comes back for the rest of it. It looks like it's setting it up.
And sort of sussing out where he's going next.
Yeah.
And he's making his way sort of in their general direction.
But yeah, no, I have to
Then
say.
we cut
No,
to...
no. We have to go with this. This plane is set up like it's a plane. Here's big bombastic bit of music, and then just bye. You're just a good thing. Oh yeah, then we have bathroom talk.
No, I have shitter talk with shitting, complete with peeping. Discuss.
I have talk a lot of shit. Basically, Bill has Bill has his priorities a wee bit mixed up. It's not a very romantic moment. That's good for him. My first question would have been, where the fuck did you get that bazooka?
Well, now he's asking about it. At least.
Yeah.
However, Big Bungle sitting in there
Is going for a rather
shitting.
yeah. He's going for
Complete
what can only be described as a rather tricky shit.
Stern sound effect on.
Yeah, it sounds like Joey's going through some stuff here, man. He's also reading a magazine, by the way. So basically, Bill half bullies, half coerces, and half just, convinces Joey to give him the keys for the basement. The basement has two things in particular. One, Gus's body,
Your mama.
which is just being left there.
And two, an arsenal.
This is halfway through the movie. Here's a fucking arsenal.
Oh, and by the way, the logic is even weaker than that.
Oh yeah, isn't like Bubba might be a gun runner or
No, he buys low and he sells high.
okay.
My next note about this scene is
And
Bubba
keep-
continues to be a spectacular asshole for no apparent reason. You know why I said that?
Go on.
Because he's a spectacular asshole.
Oh yeah, and then it's like, by the way, it's like, this asshole, he's got a fucking criminal past. And it's like, really? This chick has a fucking straight razor in her boot.
Oh shit, we forgot about that. Yeah.
It's like it's a hint at
Slashy McGee.
yeah. Oh yeah. To top of it, it's like no, I won't stab you. I'd slash you. It's a calm, but I wouldn't do that. Then they have a hug. It's some.
If someone if I was in Emilio's situation right there, I'd probably be getting a wee bit of the just because I'm a creep.
So then Brittle that's where they get the backstory. He just looks off in the distance in a basement.
I'm gonna make a suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
I am gonna say that we pause here for Dick, cut this out
Why?
so that I can at the very least pee.
Okay, so Deke, the onward journey begins again, only to be stuck because he's on the wrong side of the road, blocked by two things. One being chicken wire, the other being, half a dozen. Actually, it's a good solid, maybe baker's dozen load of angry trucks looking to kill him. But yeah, that chicken wire looks like shit, man.
Yeah, it doesn't look well attached at all. But we got him stuck over there.
Yeah, at least he's closer.
He's making his journey. He is getting there. Now, we cut to Emilio.
Oh, post-coital, by the way. Just that bit of it scene under the covers.
Emilio makes love like a hero.
Brittle confirmed. Hey, if you've ever heard anyone describe your lovemaking as like a hero, write in the comments, please.
Yeah, once, but in fairness, there was a fire at the time.
Post-
the halfway point.
Yeah, way, yeah, halfway through the movie. Because I'm pretty sure we've just like this like we're supposed to be like, you know, similar length to the first episode. We're not going to make that. Anyway,
We've been talking about this for a while.
yeah, we didn't have a break for 3 minutes and then just panic. So they have sex, more talking. They have another moment. Then Bill out of nowhere is like, I have a plan. I'm going to go to Haven, an island that conveniently has no cars. There's also an island. I'm saying this now, even though it does turn on them, and it does explode. I want a Last Supper Jesus jukebox.
Me too.
Because it explodes, the lights go out, and... Well, no, the lights don't go out just yet. But this is the reason the power goes out, is because Wanda June has a moment. She has a moment in which she runs outside and just starts screaming.
We made them. We made them.
You can! We made you! We made you!
Until, you know, Bill has to go back to his... Bill, now dressed and, you know, back in action after a bit of an R&R, pulls someone else out in front of a moving vehicle.
We made you! Oh, we made you! We made you!
There's two things here. There's who made who. There's we made you.
Yeah.
And there's was it their world or ours?
So-
It's a bit of a weird and specific message, but it crops up over and over again and gets stronger and less subtle throughout.
Yeah, this is a story point that I like to think, this was the cocaine. This was an idea.
That's the most coherent thing in this film.
Yeah. But that is a moment of clarity while during a binge.
Oh, no, do you know what that is?
Go on.
Right, we're about halfway through the film.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to assume this progressed in a linear fashion.
Okay.
I'm going to go with this thought came during a come down.
Okay, yeah.
That's the only way I could really reconcile that.
As you speak of the come down, everyone's in the dark, everyone's a bit sad, except for Kurt and Connie are just kind of in the corner having some under table fun. Kurt may have got a hand job, we're not really sure exactly what goes on.
No, Kurt didn't get the hand job. He was fingering her. He was fingering Lisa Simpson. Dude. Now you're making it unseemly.
So we have another Bill and Brett moment that is interrupted.
Up here now.
Okay, so Bill, another brittle moment, but it's interrupted because Bible dickhead's still alive. Who would have thought that was coming? After being hit by a fucking truck. Well, it was reversing, but he was, you know, launched into a ditch. So this asshole has been lying in a ditch dying for about a day and a half.
It's worth noting.
Yeah.
Some of the trucks are starting to drop off at this point.
Yeah, they work out. They're running out of fuel. This is no, they're starving to death. And it's like, honestly, in a movie where everything comes alive, how wouldn't it be the plot point? But fuck that's in this. So Deke finds a different drainage pipe, not the one he couldn't get through before, but I honestly thought it was the same one. When
A culvert and a drainage pipe.
yeah, he crawls through, and then Bill and Curtis. This point, by the way, in the movie, when you get Curtis away from Connie, I started really liking Curtis. They go off to save the rapey Bible asshole.
Now, it's worth noting that Connie is just an absolute shithead about
Oh, sorry. I also have this written down.
And you, sir, are without a doubt one of the biggest fuckheads I've ever met in my life.
Oh, yeah.
That's a proper just. That's how you end a sentence with someone. But also, they have a stealth mission to AC/DC. What song's playing, by the way, Adam?
I think were we in For Those About to Rock?
Okay, but yeah, that's the song they used for. These two guys got to be really stealthy, like be very quiet, almost like shadows in the night.
Well, actually, in some ways, you see, most of the way he used the songs was kind of in their original intent in some way, shape, or form. I mean, like, they are a way to perform a ridiculous act.
Oh, by the way, I'm saying this now. This is the second best Stephen King I'm crawling through a sewer scene ever. First one being Shawshank Redemption. Anyway, these two, honestly, I want to think Bill, when he gets into relationships, immediately knows where he is. With Bubba, doesn't like him. He's an asshole. With Brett, lovers, connection. With Curtis, it's like, you are my new best friend forever. We're bros.
This actually turned out pretty fucking decent.
Yeah.
The second he's away from Lisa Simpson.
Hey, everyone knows that one friend, one person they know where, in a couple, they're annoying as fuck. But by themselves, they're grand. Anyway, this is where we get to, I'm going to call it the ultimate Stephen King scene, because it's the only actually remotely scary part of the whole movie. And it's, once again, we're with Deke. Deke, the ultimate survivor. In which the, Deke finds Bible guy.
Bible guy. The Bible guy is literally an asshole until his
literally, he's dead. He dies grabbing the child, getting a rigor mortis grip on him, screaming,
How?
Pull me! Pull me!
I can't. You're too heavy.
Get me out of this ditch, or by Jesus, I'll kill you.
"Oh, just die."
He's just like, he's literally the shittiest person.
Literally, like, Bill and Curtis find the kid, and they're trying to pull the kid with this dead. Like, he's dead already. Get off him! Truck almost gets them. They rescue the kid, and then Bill gets a fucking bazooka.
Yep, and there is our third kill.
Whoop whoop. Then we get the Bill, where's my dad? Which
Done got scrubbed by one of them big boys out there.
Bubba, you are an unbelievable shithead.
Do you know my note to this is? Bubba continues.
I mean, she calls him an
You unbelievable shithead.
Yeah.
but
Also,
it's just more Bubba.
Also, she calls herself a road twitch. What the fuck is a road twitch? Is that like a hitchhiker thing?
No, I mean, she does meh.
So the next morning happens, and then, Deke has to go through some shit, but he gets bubbles. Yay!
Oh, yeah. I just have a little note about them going brittle or just in the kid's dad's dad bed.
Oh, yeah, by the way, at this point in time...
Covered with the porn wall, and they're still in there.
Oh, yeah, by the way, so their relationship goes really quickly. They go from flirting, lovers, to being the most trusted individuals in each other's life, to adopting a fucking kid. I'm not even joking. That kid is new parents now.
Oh, yeah.
He's an orphan for a day. Also, he gets bubbles.
What even is the gun cart?
No. So I know exactly what this is. So another way, I'm running with the fucking communist stuff. By the way, the two vehicles. No, wait for wait.
It's a gold cart with a gun on top.
Wait for it, comrade. This is the hammer and sickle of the vehicle communist movement. So this happens. Those two turn up, right? And then we have the best entrance in the whole movie. It's not the vehicles. It's just some asshole smashing two doors open.
What the fuck?
He breaks two windows doing it. And then, Bubba replies by... Okay, in this scene, it makes it look like Bubba kills the bulldozer. But he doesn't, because the bulldozer turns up later on. So Bubba rocks up, shoots the bulldozer, and then the sentient machine gun kills half of the cast.
Well. The thing about that is...
Mm-hmm. Go on.
Okay, it does lay waste to half the cast. We've got that going on.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Some of them, such as Bubba. Bubba did antagonize the machine gun.
With the bazooka, killing its life partner.
But then it starts beeping up Morse code.
Oh, no, before we get to the Morse code. One, it literally does kill off anyone who's had two lines. Just to thin out, anyone who doesn't really get important. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Then we get scene two of...
Time it is less subtle.
Yeah, because she picks up a rock. Oh yeah, she picks up a rocket launcher. It's not like she's aiming to use it. She's walking angrily. The machine gun kills her, and her dying throes takes out a fucking truck with a face on her that's like, I meant to do that. And it's like, no, you didn't. Then two things. One, the machine gun truck hybrid, whatever the fuck it is, starts honking its horn in Morse code. Once again, Deke, becoming the most useful character in this movie, knows Morse code because of the scouts.
No,
Feed.
the machines all communicate. They can now communicate with people.
Mm-hmm.
And Brett, out of nowhere, delivers an interesting line.
You can't do this. It's not a good idea. It's like Neville Chamberlain giving in to the Nazis.
I forgot. Okay, no, I have in there.
Just out of nowhere,
Brett compares
who has so far been razor blades and
yeah,
road
yeah, yeah.
twitching.
I forgot she compared the trucks to Nazis.
The Never Chamberlain.
Oh, yeah, by the way,
bear in mind, this is the 80s. She's what, supposed to be in her 20s?
yeah, I can get that.
She wasn't around for 1940. That was the last year he was, in fact, alive.
Oh, imagine that's the last movie he's seen. Okay, so we go from the machine gun horning out the Communist Manifesto of, feed us. Bill goes, hell yeah. Bill's really excited at this idea, by the way. He gets really excited, like overly excited.
I kind of get it, because now he actually understands and has some purpose and reason and logic about it.
They also compare fuel to heroin.
Yeah, the junkie metaphor.
Yeah. Well, it's more. I kind of.
They really stretch that.
Yeah. Okay, so this goes on.
And now we have what I would describe as an actually pretty sweet montage.
Well, first off, we get Bill, talking to the Goblin. Like, we get some of the best shit this side. It's like, you're not a pimp. You're not a drug dealer. Calm down, Bill. You don't need this scene.
It's pure, uncut, clean.
So we get that scene where everyone's taking things. But it makes it.
That scene was a great scene. That was actually a genuinely good montage.
Two things.
Where it actually managed to express the passage of time.
But still,
and everything else.
it doesn't express how much time. It's like, okay, it never cuts the night. It never cuts the day. Yeah.
It makes it clear there's been a long time.
Yeah, but it's like suddenly everyone's very, very tired and exhausted. It's like, I mean, there's only so many pumps. And you guys could have taken it in shifts. Why is suddenly... Oh, yeah, Bill. Tired and angry. He squares up to a truck like he's going to fucking punch it in the face like a drunk chav at 4 a.m. and outside a bar. He properly squares up to this...
Dude, you have been the dude squaring up to the truck, so please.
Hey, the truck had it coming. Also, mate, the last time I did that, I was very, very drunk, and I had a bullwhip, and I won.
He does specifically say when the gun cart tells him what's what, he says his master's voice. That's a fairly specific thing to say.
Yeah. Look, this is not a deep movie. This is not a serious movie. They touch on some shit.
But I do like their new theory that
Alien
prop that it's a broom.
Yeah.
The comet is a broom to sweep us all away.
I kind of wish they just left it like vague as shit when it came to the aliens.
No, but they don't know that. That's them opining. That's literally them opining on what is happening.
Yeah. Also, by the way, this is during a very intimate moment between Brittle, in which she's just basically dabbing his sunburn. Oh, okay. So this leads into the next thing where they're doing it again, and then Bill manages to outsmart. So this is a machine gun. It's on a stand. It can swivel around. And how does Bill outsmart this machine gun? Pushes the fucker and runs while dropping a grenade. Because once again, that armory has fucking everything.
Honestly, if he just stayed indoors and grabbed a few more rounds, probably.
Like why didn't they? Okay, so while this happens, everyone skips through the sewers because the kid literally Deke, once again being the most useful person in this movie, remembered how to escape. And also, this is where seriously Connie becomes is
getting away from certain doom.
I bet there's spiders down there. Oh, I hate anything with more than 4 legs. I can't do this. I'm just gonna keep. Oh, don't drop me now. I'm delicate now. I'm just gonna keep dropping because the doctor is scared now.
This is supposed to be stealth. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And she goes on and on and on and on and on, and they escape. And then the trucks just start fucking up the empty building. And then the bulldozer turns back up because it's not dead. And then everything explodes because is it an oxygen truck or something? Falls into the basement.
Oxygen truck, which is an interesting choice for a change.
Yeah.
But there's your boom boom.
The Goblin escapes because the Goblin is once again the poster child of this movie. And even though the main villain role was taken over by a machine gun on a stick, the Goblin is the most important truck in this movie. Also, I have a question. How many people are in the fucking diner? So there's still about 15 people in the group. It doesn't feel like there should be that many people. But when they run and they're like all in the big line, because basically they're running to the dock where the boat is to take them to Haven, and there's still so fucking many of them. All right, so they. You okay there? You're having a moment.
No, this page is a ripped bit.
So Deke has a moment in which a drive-through speaker starts talking to him, and he gets a fire machine gun. He has his moment, and I like the fact Deke's like, I don't need this anymore, because he's just got his shit out. Then Curtis versus the ice cream truck of death, and Curtis fucking wins.
Curtis and Brett.
Yeah. Also,
He chips in.
oh yeah, this is where Curtis is kind of just got his own John McClane thing going on. He's got the fucking vest on.
Yeah, Curtis does.
Holster. Yeah, and it's like, I don't know when he did it, but, you know, I kind of get it. His old clothes probably smelled of shit. This is a moment we have to take a moment. There's a character who we only know what his name is, because this is where he's named. His name is Brad. Brad we're going to talk about I'm going to take at least 2 minutes to talk about Brad, because he's a fucking idiot.
You mean the thieving cunt?
Yes, the thieving cunt. Because they're escaping. They're this close to getting away. And he stops because this woman's... By the way, it is a giant fucking ring, though. I'll give him that.
Oh, yeah, it is.
It's about the size of like a fucking golf ball. But he takes the time to take it off slowly and look at it while walking away slowly. And this idiot, this is the reason he's an idiot. An 18-wheeler truck sneaks up on him.
Now, bear in mind, the entire movie, this truck has been revving its engine.
And it's been And this idiot...
It has glowing red eyes.
Yeah, this idiot somehow allows it to sneak up on him. It's not like a mile away. It's like 12, 15 yards away. Which, by the way, the guy who plays this idiot, I recognize him, and I realize where I recognize him from. If you ever see Eight-Legged Freaks, he's the guy who owns the fucking mall.
That he is!
Yes. Anyway, he's the last kill of the movie.
Overdrive, bingo.
Smitty! So this fucker gets taken out by, Goblin. And at no point do we go, oh no, that guy. Because
we do actually, no, we get 1 point from his death. It once again kicks over to who made who?
Still, his dad's like, no, Goblin, you can have that one. And in fact, Goblin, out of everyone you've killed, 2 of them are legit, and I don't judge him. Because the creepy Bible guy and this prick. So he gets hit, and then we get, they could just escape. They could all just get away. The boat's right there. No, Bill takes a moment to give...
Adios, motherfucker!
And blows the fucker up. With once again a rocket launcher that everyone conveniently forgot about.
I mean, I suppose they could have saved Brad.
They escape via boat. Into the sunset, literally. And then we get our last little tidbit with more writing. And the...
weather satellite.
No. The Soviet Union's weather satellite, armed with lasers and the tactical nuclear weapon, takes out a fucking UFO.
As far as we can tell, it killed the comment.
Yeah,
it didn't somehow disintegrate it.
Nope. Blew it the fuck up.
It just killed its heart. It just murdered that comet to death. Comet bastard.
So
for once there was unity in this horrible Cold War era across the earth. Russians and Americans rejoiced together.
Yeah. Though, technically, this movie, just because this movie, Stephen King, if you ever watch this, I want you to know this. Because of you, the Russians won the Cold War. Because America's not recovering from this. So
I don't think Russia's recovering from either. There's been a bunch of people by Ladas.
The weather satellites. Okay, so that was so much of this fucking movie. Okay, favorite moment. Go.
No,
really?
You forgot the ending line.
Oh god.
Right after that,
we fucking hell, it's Connie.
Curtis, when can we get off this boat? You know I get seasick. I think I'm gonna whoops my cookies.
Fucking hell, why, Connie? Why?
Like she has hated
so
end.
This is before. By the way, this is a weird bit of hit. This is like 2 years before she did The Simpsons. It's like 87.
Shit, it is.
Yeah, this is pre-Simpsons.
And that she was just doing this.
Yeah. So okay. Since this episode has gone long, let's break down a few things.
My favorite moment by far.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's got to be the appearance of the steamroller
I was going with the same one because you can't beat it. It's out of nowhere. Or because I don't want to pick the exact same one as you. I'm going to give Deke having his weird street of death.
Oh yeah. Do you know what? Do you know what? I've always wondered about this.
Go on.
I haven't seen both. Go watch the music video for Stacy's mom.
Is it the same street? Okay. Favorite character? Deke.
Favorite character? No, it's not fucking Deke.
Oh, really?
Duh.
Who's your favorite character?
Bubba. Cunt.
Okay.
Like, at least Bubba knows what he's about.
In fact, you know that is the tie-in. That is the tie-in, right? Because next week, Bubba Hotep, Bruce Campbell playing Elvis with his black sidekick who thinks he's JFK as they fight a mummy dressed as a cowboy in a retirement home. I can't fucking wait. I love this movie. Seriously though, this has been I think we've survived both of this. But I think it's only strengthened our friendship because we both survived this.
My head hurts.
I'm gonna go drink some bleach. Join us. Fucking hell, that was dark. I'm gonna drink some bleach. Don't drink bleach, kids. Don't.
Drain cleaner tastes like candy.
Tide bombs. No. Don't do any of that. Might cut that out. I won't. I think it's funny. So join us next week with Bubba Hotep starring Bruce Campbell because fuck yeah. Bye.